confession opens with a soft, very sweet, I think, introduction that melts into a creamy, almost steamed milk texture. You get light florals and some sort of sweetness at the top. And yeah, honestly, this fragrance is tricky to dissect into distinctive notes. It's more about an overall feeling. As it develops, the heart brings in that signature tuberose, which is smooth. It's not overly indolic, and it's blended in a way that feels airy rather than heavy. If you're someone who usually finds tuberose too loud or too mature vintage, as I tend to do, then actually this might surprise you. And then we move on to the base, and this is where the fragrance really settles into its core identity. Think warm vanilla, soft musk, and that milky accord that gives it a skin-like comforting quality. It's creamy without being cloying, sweet without being juvenile. There's a kind of intimate softness here that makes it feel like a second skin. And in terms of structure, I would say this leans more on the linear side. It doesn't dramatically transform from the top to base. Instead, you're getting shifts and it smooths out over time. What you smell in the first 20, 30 minutes is pretty representative of the whole experience, I feel. It just becomes warmer and more skin-like and more blended as it dries down. Now, I've actually only smelled Blanche Bête once, I admit, and it was quite a while ago. But there's no denying the similarity in concept here. Both fragrances revolve around this ethereal, milky, vanilla tuberose profile. From what I can remember, though, Blanche Bête feels more airy, more diffusive, and a bit more complex in its construction. Her confession, it's slightly denser, a bit sweeter, and arguably more straightforward, but it does capture that vibe well, especially consider the price difference. For many people, this will scratch the same itch at a fraction of the cost. Performance is another strong point to this juice. On most skin types, you're looking at moderate to strong longevity, around 6 to 8 hours, I guess, sometimes more on clothing. I find it lasts quite a while. I find it strong, actually. Depending on how much you spray of this, I think the sillage is also moderate. This isn't a room-filling fragrance, but it can be. It creates a scent bubble that's pleasant for close encounters. The projection is, like most perfumes, strong at first, and then it settles closer to the skin, which actually suits the intimate nature of this type of scent. But really, you got to be careful not to overspray this. I wore this in a professional setting once after overspraying and got reprimanded for it. I could smell it. And if you can smell it on yourself hours after first application, without intentionally sniffing yourself, that is, you've probably overdone it. This fragrance also shines in terms of its versatility. Good for day and night, office safe, yes, but don't overspray. Date night, sure. And season-wise, I think it leans slightly to cooler weather, fall and winter, but thanks to its airy softness, you could probably get away with warmer weather as well, especially in climate-controlled environments. It's one of those fragrances that feels cozy without being too heavy. And it's clearly aimed at people who enjoy soft, feminine, comforting scents, fans of lactonic notes for sure, vanilla, and gentle florals. But honestly, it can be unisex in its execution. Anyone who appreciates that creamy, musky scent profile could easily wear this. It delivers this niche-inspired experience at a designer or even budget price. And if you love milky vanilla fragrances and you're curious about Blanche Bête but hesitant to invest, or if you simply want an easy, everyday, sweet comfort scent that feels a bit special, this is absolutely one to check out. God, I love that there are scents out there that smell this good without making your wallet cry.